It would be great if we still had a world characterized by organizations that sit within a building and there's this moat around the edge and there's a really hard, crunchy exterior that you've got to get through to get inside. Of course, we know that's just not the way modern organizations look. So you have to assume that because of the attack surface, because of the strain on your limited IT resources, bad guys are going to get in.
Welcome to the iCorps experience.
What's one key takeaway that you would say that mid-market companies should keep in mind to be able to stay ahead of those threats and be able to protect their business?
I think a lot of times companies think that there's a magic bullet, and there really isn't a magic bullet. Cybersecurity is an ongoing process. You just don't install the locks, firewall, XMDR. You just don't install these services and walk away and assume everything is free. But the fact is, they need care and feeding because it is very much a dynamic threat landscape. It is literally changing every single day. And part of it is that a lot of times folks just don't realize it's changing. They just don't realize the threat. And that is really where a good MSP, a good cybersecurity team looks at your overall hygiene. And it can be these hidden threats, right? The threats you don't think about, for example, the using of AI, understanding how that works, understanding where those threats may be. So I think what happens is, for the most part, folks just don't understand that cybersecurity is ongoing. It's not a deploy, walk away, and have a nice day. It is something that you got to look at daily, weekly, hourly. And that is why the services that have MDR and XMDR are so important, because they do have eyes on you 24/7. And then you couple that with a vCISO, couple that with an MSSP that is now interpreting that as focusing on your business. So it is important. So just realize, I think, as a takeaway, businesses need to understand this is ongoing, right? This is a care and feeding. This is a long-term investment. And the way I think the CFOs need to look at it is that ultimately is a cost of business. It ultimately is a cost for protecting the data. Just like you have power and lights and gas and electric and all those things, it is a cost. And that cost just shifts.
See you next time on the iCorps experience.